Part of our summer culture is that we believe that we hear from God.
There's a step in which I learn that God talks to me. There's a whole nother step that says that God talks to you, and that I have the ability to accept that. And then, of course, John has the ability to speak it and share it. Okay, today's topic is going to be a little bit broad. I think that we're going to link to perhaps multiple movies, depending on what this does. But they're all movies by a fellow named Darren Wilson. I first ran into his movies with his first movie was called Finger of God. He's got several now, including, I think, A Finger of God 2, Furious Love, Father of Lights. There's several. But at the heart of them, I think Darren really has focused on the supernatural, frankly, on miracles and signs and wonders, this kind of thing. And I will tell you my personal story of how this topic got started for me, and we'll probably have a good discussion after this. When this whole idea of, in this case, healing, first came to my attention, my immediate reaction was, that doesn't happen. If it did, I would hear about it. But sort of trying to take Scripture at its face value, I thought, well, at least it would be scientific. It would be intellectually honest for me to ask around. And so I just went to my church and I started asking people, hey, do you have any experience with this kind of a thing, right? And I was blown away that literally 50%, not 10, not 25, like 50% of the people in my congregation had a first person or like immediate family member experience with supernatural healing. 50%.
That's crazy.
And I just didn't know what to do with it. And I was asking, how come I've never heard of this? How come no one's ever talked about it? And what I came to conclude was that just no one knew what to say. And so it's probably the same kind of question, like if people, I don't know, see a UFO or something, they don't know what to do with it. And so it just kind of rolls into it doesn't come up in conversation usually.
Well, it's not the topic you bring up usually.
Yeah, it's just not something that happens.
Yeah.
And so I won't tell all the stories here before the video, but I will tell you that sort of quest for me, and then subsequently this movie and several things that went on it, that, long story short, led me to believe that this was really a possibility. And since that point, I have a lot of very personal experiences myself, some of which I'm sure that we'll share. But for right now, we ask you to go into this with an open mind, especially if this isn't from your church culture, and make up your own mind later.